お疲れ様です。e スポーツキャスターのともぞうです。今回もレインボーシックスシージの動画やっていきたいと思います。さあ、トップリーグのハイライト。今回は NA となります。NA のね、このハイライト作るタイミング悩ましいんですよね。どうしてかっていうと、APAC とちょっと被りがちなので、ちょっとね、1日2本作るのは結構大変なんで、どっちを火曜日にあげようか悩んでおります。ということで、今日は NA やっていきたいと思います。NA は日本時間の今晩また行われるということもありますので、先週の振り返りをこのタイミングでやっておきたいなと思います。さあ、NA は早くて、Playday 5、Playday 6まで来ました。結果見ておきましょう。左がプレイデー5。アストラリストパラベラムは78でパラベラム。オキシゲンと TSM は57で TSM。ダークゼロと SSG は75でダークゼロ。ソニックスとビーストコースター73でソニックス。X セットとミラージュは86で X セット。そして右側が Day6。アストラリスと SSG は72で SSG。X セットと TSM は74で X セット。オキシゲンとビーストコーストは74でオキシゲン。ソニックスとパラベラムは74でソニックス。ダークゼロとミラージュは73でミラージュという形となりました。さあ、10試合あるのでなかなかどの試合をピックアップしていくかというのは悩ましいところがあるんですが、今回は Day5 のダークゼロと SSG 取り上げていきたいと思います。カナディアンが抜けた時も少しメンバー間のトラブルあるのかなという風に見えたり、ダークゼロもね、今回はスカイズが SSG から加入してきたという形となりました。で、その際もちょっとね、スカイズは SSG のメンバーとうまくいかなかったみたいな発言をしていたようなので、なかなか因縁深い両チームとなりましたけれども、カフェで行われた試合は12ラウンドまでもつれる接戦となりました。ラウンドスコア7-5でダークゼロ勝利。スタッツは後ほど触れていきたいと思うので、早速試合内容を見ていきたいと思うんですけれども、NA らしい非常に戦術にあふれた好ゲームになったかなと思います。まずは第1ラウンド、いきなりバチバチの戦いが続くんですけれども、SSG の3階守りに対してダークゼロ、全方位でうまく攻めてるなという印象を受けました。ただイーストを守っていたフルツ、彼がイースト窓のエントリーに対して打ち勝ったことにより、イースト側が致命的な崩れを見せなかったというところが大きなラウンドとなりました。お互いに戦術が噛み合いつつ、勝負どころでの打ち合いで明暗が分かれた、そんなラウンドを見ていただきましょう。
That's going to be important later on. Man, the addition of Flores has allowed clearing out this utility for the attackers in a much more simplistic way than if you have just an Ashe or a Zofia or relying on Gone 6s and grenades. And because of Flores' inclusion and Ashe sometimes being shown back in the meta, Zofia being a constant as well, it allows these grenades to find their marks. And there will be two of them in the hands of NJR. There's 1 minute left to go. Very limited action. The only person who's taken any point of damage is Pambazu.
And it's a slow start right now at a minute to go. And I mean, look at DarkZero's lineup. There's no smoke grenades available. And even if there were, Folt's got that Warden pickup. We need to start storming through Piano and get an open kill somewhere because otherwise we're going to be stuck inside Cigar.
New elite for Warden announced today, by the way. Pool Party Warden. If you like pina coladas was, I believe, the tagline that they used. Either way, not in the game. A run out from Rampy does some serious damage, but he gets back in. They know his ascent will come from over towards Brown Stairs. Pambazu, the very first kill, slaughters Bosco. Canadian drops, but Fultz is there prepared for it. Neither team gains anything in that engagement. Now it's Fultz to control the SMG-12. Can do so before being slayed by Eclipse. Answered back. Spacestation comes out ahead. It leaves Skies in a 1v3 to hunt. He sees one. A pivot, but Spacestation in these final 15 seconds will be exceptionally patient. They know that he doesn't have access to the diffuser, so the Thatcher of Skies will go hunting for the final two players. Caught on KM as he's over towards Cocktail. They know exactly where he is, and he won't find either of the two remaining players from Space Station, giving SSG the round.
さあ、ラウンド3。SSG といえば今シーズン、イエティがソニックスから加入したという形となりますけれども、そのイエティがこのラウンドでは爆発します。カフェはやはり守りが硬いので、ダークゼロとしてはあの手この手で SSG を揺さぶりたい。列車展示室に対してスモークで車線を切ってセットプレーを狙うんですが、イエティのウォーデンがバッチリハマります。そのシーンをご覧いただきましょう。
Public transport, yeah. Yeah, doing a great job holding down the fort here. DC still at that same pace, a little bit too slow. The timing on Pambazu doesn't even flinch or react to that movement there.
I think he knows, though, still either way. Could catch the posterior of the Jaeger.
There it is.
And there's one and a transfer, but he doesn't connect. He drops the hatch instead, loses the opportunity, and does a lot of damage to Yeti. Excellent entry point for Pambazu, excellent entry point for DarkZero, and they have the first uncontested first kill of this matchup.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. This is the first kill that hasn't been traded back immediately, so no explosiveness after that kill goes out. And minute on the clock, decent pace now for DarkZero, just because Pambazu single-handedly could find that opening for his team. Now, there was a drone being assisted there for Panda. Red pinks are coming out, so it's a team effort all across the board. But the Academy starts being opened up, but DC way into the bomb side, whereas SSG they're just holding on.
Oh, and they've now lost hot and cold. Those suppressors not giving away the position, but the Sledge's office is upstairs. Bosco the first kill for Spacestation, keeps the numbers close. Again, these rounds just flying by. DZ trying to dot their I's, cross their T's, and Yeti actually misses out on it. He can see through the smoke, and down goes Canadian. He gets both. Eclipse is no longer. Suddenly, it's Panbazoo who started this whole thing in a 1v3. Not a great position for him. He might be able to get a stun off. He knows there's one over there. Isolate the target, but there'll be a cross, and Panbazoo needs to pick his targets appropriately. Can't do it. Yeti, the final 3 kills for Space Station. And they're up 3-0, making quick work of DZ.
That they are. It's heartbreaking.
さあ前半は0対4で進んでいきます。結構ね SSG の守りの硬さが目立っていてダークゼロこれは一方的に負けるかなと思ったんですが、攻撃面で繰り返し行っていたパンバザーの人差し、このラウンドはヌックを取っていたんですけれども、その人差しがついに刺さります。これでほっと一息つけた、そんなダークゼロのラウンドを見ていただきましょう。
But that's a pretty damning first operator to lose.
It is. Now, if you get an opening kill like this one right there, you can hack the phone. Although, as I say that, it might have dropped down the hatch, to be honest. His falls was mid-animation there. It's a 4v4 again, even numbers. And DC got 1 minute and 12 seconds to work with. NGR has plenty of time to do the hammer duty right now. C4 goes out, gets the kill. NGR is no more. Now, this is trouble for DarkZero because it's the one operator they really, really needed alive.
Oh, more damage being done. Panbazoo somehow gets 2 of them. A remarkable play, and DZ with the upper hand, something that they desperately needed after going down that first operator of Skies. Can they make more work? They're actually beating their time now as they're at 40 seconds instead of 30, and believe you me, those 10 seconds can make all the difference. That's enough time to get an entire diffuser down within the window all the same. Bosco, the last man standing from Space Station. DZ's first round is between him and the rest of the team, and Canadian, the former teammate of Bosco, Sky's a former teammate as well, says not today. DZ makes it onto the board. They've got a single round.
ただやはり防衛に関しては SSG ペースで進んでいたかなと思います。前半戦最後のラウンド6に関してもダークゼロ苦しい戦いを強いられるんですが、削り合いでしっかりとついていき、最後の最後は元 SSG のスカイズが意地を見せます。そんな熱いラウンドを見ていただきましょう。
DZ might be a little bit too late to this one. The suppressor sound should give away the position. There you go. An answer back from Eclipse to keep the numbers back into a 4v4. As close as they can possibly be. Both teams giving up 1. Yeti's position upstairs might have been to die. If so, it is a successful mission on his end. And it leaves just a little over a minute. We are in that weird time where it's a minute left between a minute and a half of the round.
Yeah, I will say Yeti got sold short a little bit by his teammates because they fell back before he fell back towards white stairs, so they weren't there to trade him, and then of course you just lose that kill for free. Now, DarkZero are very thankful for this because they need any kill they can get, and Yeti was the issue last time, so at least that'll be off the board. No C4s in Pocket of Bosco either, so no real bomb denies here besides gunfights, of course. Curious to see how HG plans to deal with this problem now that might occur, because smoke grenades available, flashbangs, and a nade from DC, they got tons of utility.
No utility left in the pocket of Space Station whatsoever. Only one Nitro Cell was available from Bosco. It's either been used or pre-placed. And was that a single shot? One tap from Skies to take out Hot and Cold. Bosco with another kill on this round. Down goes Canadian. A bit of redemption from what we saw in the previous round. But DZ want to just battle back and forth. Now it's Rampy, the one to fall. Fultz taking damage. Both players from Space Station suffering some minor injuries. Diffuser getting planted, but Fultz stops it, swings on, gets taken out by the sledge. All Bosco needs to do is wait out the final 4 seconds. More kill Skies in the process. Bosco heads down. Skies will continue to finish the plant. This post plant is not ideal for him, and he'll have to go hunting, but Skies clutches it out and gives DZ their second round in the final seconds after.
ただ攻守交代すると一転して試合のイニシアチブはダークゼロが握り始めます。1回守りからスタートしたダークゼロだったんですが、硬い守り、なかなか現地を攻めさせません。意を決して SSG プラントに入るんですが、そこで見せたのがキャプテンカナディアン。2回のリテイクに入り、クワッドキルまで持っていくシーンをぜひご覧ください。
But I'm sure we'll be quite familiar with. We're at the halfway point of the round, and nary a bullet seems to have been fired at another person as everybody is still full HP.
Yeah, and in terms of timing right now, 1 minute and like 35 seconds you start doing verticality is actually rather fast for Spacestation, so they can really take their time with this one and ensure that they really make sure they get everything that they want so far. I like the setup. Bosco cutting across on the bomb site while verticality comes out. If anybody moves too much right now from DarkZero, they're going to get caught in the crossfire. Pambasu's positions at a VIP right here is a really crucial position to play. He can single-handedly stop majority of the push if he's successful.
Was there a shield there that you saw beforehand? Because I know a Rotero drone from Hot and Cold went in.
Cleared out earlier.
There's a C4 from Canadian. Rampy goes down, and Bosco's in the midst of the bomb site, getting the diffuser planted, but a toxic canister forces him out to the other common spot. Canadian doing double duty. Now it's his shotgun that actually gets the kill. Hot and Cold watching, oversight, diffuser goes down, and as Canadian or Eclipse tries to peek out, Hot and Cold easily deals with that one. Pambazoo unmoved, and there's Canadian from above. 4 kills, everybody from Space Station taken out, and it's 3 in a row from DZ. The timeout magic was there. We were just around.
4対5とじりじりと追いついてきたダークゼロ。ラウンド10ではカナディアンがファーストブラッドで綺麗なヘッドショットを見せます。そしてパンバゾーもその後スタングレネードを食らいながらも VIP を固く守る、そんなダークゼロの粘り強い防衛を見ていただきましょう。
No.
But this is interesting. So I can tell you right now, this has actually never happened to me. That hasn't been deliberate. We've done listen in before, but...
So right now the comms are about to roam clear with the camera saw what the situation is. So it's Yeti doing that landscaping job of calling out what he sees with the IQ scanner essentially and then locking down those flanks on the staircase.
The stream cannot hear it, we were being told, but we can hear it. So we have the good. There's a peek through the open doorway. Would like to hear the comms for that one as Canadian outduels Fultz. Fultz wasn't prepared for it. Gives DZ the advantage. Space Station, we're not ready for that one. All quiet now on the Western Front.
Yeah, but aggression goes out, and Pamba in the corner finds both members. Huge double kill for him.
Goodness gracious, the defender's having an absolute blast at the moment, and now it's Yeti to fall too. Hot and taken out by Skies, and it's a flawless round for DZ.
Ties things up 5-5. And SSG now.
防衛で流れを掴んだダークゼロ、先にマッチポイントを取ります。なかなか崩せない SSG、ここで博打に出ます。アマルとインという強力なオペレーターを持ってきて、この重要なラストラウンドでなかなかの博打に出たという形となります。ただそこに立ちはだかったのがカナディアンとスカイズ。SSG がやってくるであろうことを完全に読んでいたフォーメーションで封殺します。ただ SSG そこから少人数戦で組み立てて、あわやという最後の場面を作り出すんですけれども、最後まで気の抜けないダークゼロと SSG の意地のぶつかり合いをご覧ください。
Triple Punch Trio indeed.
Triple Threat Trio Rage Brigade is what it is.
That's the one what it is, yeah. So all eyes right now on the members of DC upstairs. Of course, we have Eclipse in one position, Skies in another. These are the two members that got to fight against the Amaru once the rush comes in. And Fultz, he's the man on the weapon.
The only one to stop him right now, Skies.
There it is.
There goes the Candelas. Wait for the sound. In he is. And Skies is ready for it. DZ not allowing Space Station any entry. Canadian credited with the kill. Skies gets one of his own to earn it back. Space Station's breakneck pace. What falls flat on its face? A minute and a half to go now. And they'll go hunting. Bosco just in the midst of the bomb site, or where it should be rather, over top. Finishing him off. Eclipse poised to do some damage. He will drop instead over towards mining the actual set of the bomb site. Yeah, no cocktail defense to be had here. Space Station has that upstairs control. All they did was take care of Skies, who was pivotal in stopping both the Ying and the Amaru.
Normally, this is where we like this strat on attack is normally used on the bomb site itself. Of course, DC they defended last round that top 4 bomb site, so it's a bit peculiar to see them do it on a mining of 4 bomb sites because it's not even reading; it is the mining. So this is a way, halfway across the map from where we really wanna be. They get 1 kill, they lose 2. It's not the ideal situation, but they're still in it for this round. DC, they got the smoke, they got those toxic babes. If time gets too low for SSG, that could really bite them. At the same time, Space Station, they got 1 more line scan left. That's going to have to be safe for the execute. They need to not use that earlier on because it's the only really piece of utility that they got available to them.
That's where things slow down for a little bit, but not a lot of time for either team to take their foot off the gas. For Space Station, you're the one running against the clock in the moment. And secure yourself at least 1 point if you manage to topple DarkZero here, but DZ are looking for all 3, and they've got them within their grasp. More damage to be done, but NJR cannot control that SMG 11 Not the way that he wants. Instead, a Toxic Canister will go out. It'll force SSG to abandon a potential take over towards Dining. So Bosco in the midst of the bomb site will have to get that diffuser down. He loses one, but now it's all on Eclipse and NJR. SSG finds two. Rampy to cover in the midst of the smoke. He's taken out. NJR with one. Bosco off of the plant. And he does some serious damage. They call him Boss Goat. The Clutch Minister is he right now in session. Diffuser down, and he's sitting over top of it as NJR looks for the retake. Both players have taken an awful lot of damage. Waiting patiently, Bosco has a line of sight to try and draw him out. He does a bit of damage to NJR, very close to a kill, but close only matters. And horseshoes and hand grenades. Bosco still sitting here, he's concealed himself. NJR with very limited intel, and he peeks, and NJR wins it, and has plenty of time. Bosco decides to take the engagement, but it's DZ who comes out on top, and they were trailing most of the match. And boy, what a come from behind victory. That is DZ 7-5.
I have to be honest, I think Bosco was having a hard time reading that situation because he is the boss good of clutches, but Eclipse didn't do anything.
さあというわけで見ていただきましたけれども、本当にねやはりコンディションのいいチーム同士の戦いという形となりました。戦術で打開できなければ個の力で打開しようとする選択肢あたりは NA らしい柔軟な発想だなというふうに感じた試合にはなりましたね。さあスタッツ見ておきましょう。スカイズ SSG に対して恩返し決めましたね。レーティング 1.38 12の6という形で、まあダークゼロだとSSG と比べて少しラインが高い位置でのポジショニングを取っているかなという感じです。サポートでもどちらかというと前線を戦う選手に寄り添ってキルを取ったりという風な活躍が目立っていた、そんなスカイズだったかなと思います。よくねこのレギュラーシーズン途中からの参加でここまでチームにフィットしたなというのはさすがとしか言いようがないですね。そしてレーティング的には 1.14 で4番目に名を連ねているんですが、カナディアンのパフォーマンスも非常にいい。オープニングキルが4の1という形でチーム一番取ってますからね。まあこのあたりは今シーズンのダークゼロにとって好材料かなというところです。一方で SSG ラウンド数では7対5と拮抗したんですけれども、レーティング的にはボスコは 1.10 フルツが 1.01 という形だったので、まあギリギリ合格点はこの2人かなぐらいになっています。オープニングキルがなかなか取れなかったのがしんどかったですね。で凹んだのがランピー 0.38 のレーティングと2の10、そしてオープニングですが0の4という形なので、ちょっとこのゲームには入れなかったなというところがあります。ただ NA は依然混戦模様です。ソニックスが頭一つ抜け出したかなという印象はありますが、 TSM が12ポイント、 X セットが11ポイント、同じく11ポイントでミラージュ、ダークゼロが並び1ポイント差で SSG という形になっていますので、やはりねダークゼロは Day6 でミラージュに負けたのが大きかったですね。ただ今シーズンのミラージュは決して弱いわけではないので、そこを否定するつもりはないんですけれども、ちょっと取りこぼしちゃったイメージはありますね。そのあたりの安定感のなさというのがまあダークゼロであるというところはあるんですけれども、 NA はいよいよ残り3日となっておりますので、もうダークゼロは取りこぼし、現在5位ですから許されない順位になってしまったというところもありますので、シャーロットメジャーチャンピオンが前回に引き続きトップ4を逃すのかどうかというところは注目したいところです。一方の SSG は、チームの仕上がり自体は右肩上がりに良くなってるなとは思うんですけれども、やはりずっと見つけられないストロングポイント、ホッタンコールドに頼りがちなチームのスタイルというところが脱却できていない。結局ホッタンコールドが仕事しないとチームが勝てないという状況が続いているので、チームとしてどうやって勝ちに持っていくかというスタイルはもう少し詰めないといけないのかなと思います。さあそんな NA なんですけれども、10月4日、10月5日、日本時間だと10月5日の夜、そして10月6日の夜開催となります。10月4日がパラベラムとミラージュ、SSG とビーストコースト、X セットとアストラリス、オキシゲンとソニックス、ダークゼロと TSM となります。ダークゼロは TSM との一戦が山場ですね。そして翌日の10月5日プレイデー8は X セットと SSG、オキシゲンとダークゼロ、ソニックスとアストラリス、パラベラムと TSM、ビーストコーストとミラージュとなります。おそらくこの2日間でトップ4のうち2チームぐらいは抜けが決定するんじゃないかなと思います。次のメジャーどこで開催されるか発表されておりませんけれども、さあ NA のチームはどこが来るのか、そして再び NA が覇権を握るのか楽しみにしたいところです。それでは最後までご視聴いただきありがとうございました。こんな感じで各エリアのトップリーグをそれぞれ動画化しておりますので、ぜひ見ていただければと思います。なかなか試合数多くて見るの大変かなと思いますので、気になる試合を1試合だけでも拾っておけば、まずその後のね世界大会といったところを見やすくなるかなと思いますので、ぜひ見てください。よかったらチャンネル登録、グッドボタンのほどもよろしくお願いします。それでは最後までご視聴いただきありがとうございました。また次のレ レインボーシックスシージのトップリーグの動画でお会いしましょう。ではでは。